Let me show you 10 automations that you didn't think your business needs, but I'm telling you that your business needs, because these automations will either make you more money than you're already making in your business or save you more time so that you can actually go ahead and have your money moves in your business. The first one right here is the lead scraping system. There is no way I can actually emphasize on this one. If you're always running around trying to find leads and your business is more of an online based business, there is no better way to find leads than through Google Maps. You already know that almost every business that wants to be seen is already on Google Maps. So if you run a B2B business, you're servicing other businesses, the places that you should be looking for your next lead is definitely your Google Map. So that's what this simple system does. This system just goes in and searches for your target market on Google Maps and pulls the data for you into a spreadsheet. And it even also goes ahead to find their website as well. So it gives you their name and their website. And it even proceeds further to go in using Apify to scrape more details about them from their website and all the web. Basically, it scrapes all information about them, including their phone number, their contact details, their the email, their location, and everything that you basically need to know about them. And it scrapes that and puts it for you in a clean spreadsheet. So every morning when you wake up, you can just run these ones and you get a new bunch of leads that you can hit up and sell your business. And I promise you, if you at least hit up 100 leads in 1 week, you are going to get at least 3 businesses out of it, which is already more than what you're currently doing in your business. That's more money into your business. So you really, really need automations like this. The second one right here is the AI document processing. So this one doesn't make you money, but it saves you time, right? What this one basically does is that it processes all your documents, say your receipt, your invoices, whatever you are getting from business and from your business. All you have to do is just upload it into your drive. You upload the document into your drive and it converts all of the data and puts it into a spreadsheet for you. So at the end of the day, all your expenses are being tracked in one central spreadsheet. So you're not running around trying to find a particular receipt or a particular invoice. So every time you get an invoice, just upload it to your drive and it runs through this and creates a row for you in your spreadsheet, right? So the next thing that you have here is the AI enrichment system. So what this one does is that it works with the lead scraping system to further enrich your lead. So what it does is that it watches when that new lead has come in. So once that new lead comes in, we want to go into their website, scrape all the data that we can get from their website and feed it into AI to analyze them, to tell us what is wrong with them, how can we help them, depending on the businesses that we do. And once we get that, we either mark them as qualified for our business or disqualified, and then we'll put it back into the spreadsheet. So once you go in, you can see the businesses that are qualified for you to reach out to, and you also see the businesses that are unqualified for you to reach out to. So you will automatically know not to put so much energy there. Instead, put more energy on calling the ones that are qualified. So this, of course, filters out the leads for you. So instead of always calling them and not knowing what to say to them, you now know what you can say to them, because you already know what their business is lacking, and you can sell that to them, right? So the next thing that we have here is an AI recruiter, and this one is going to be very useful to you when you're trying to recruit. So you know that when you're trying to recruit for a particular job, you already have, like, once you put out the ad for the job, you are going to have like 500 resumes, 500 people sending in their resumes. Oh, I want the job, I want the job. And it's not an easy task to sit through and actually review 500 resumes in its individual, PDFs. So what the system basically does is that it allows you to upload those resumes into your drive. So once you upload that resume into your drive, it converts them into text and then splits them into its very important details. Because normally when you're looking for when you're looking at a resume, what you're trying to pick out is, oh, what's this person's skills? What does this person have? When the person's the last employer, and you're just not trying to look at all those things that are always in the resume. You're trying to pick important points. So what this thing does is highlight those important points for you and put it into your spreadsheet, and also kind of tell you if this person is a good fit for what you're trying to hire, and then put that all in a spreadsheet. So when everybody has sent in their resume, all you have to look at is just the spreadsheet that gives you a short highlights of everybody's resume, and the one that's captivating enough, you can say, okay, let me go and look at this person's resume. Then you can go in and pick up that one and actually review instead of manually going through 500 resumes, which is not a joke. I as someone that has sat through one of that recruitment process, it's not a joke, and I do not recommend it for any business owner. So the next one here is going to be your automated proposal builder. So you already know that, for a lot of businesses, if you work mostly in the corporate space, and you're trying to close a lot of high ticket sales, a lot of those companies will ask you to send a resume. And or sometimes when people even feel your, sorry, not resume, proposal, right? And sometimes when people even feel like your website and want to talk to you, sorry, if people even feel like a booking form and want to talk to you, most of the times might want to send them a proposal of what you can do for them, right? And even other high ticket sales, you want to send them a proposal of what you can do for them. So what this system basically just does is that it grabs details that you provide about that business. So you're going to tell it the business name, the things that the business is into, the target, and everything that you basically have in your all the individual sections that you have in your typical proposal. You will feed it with all the details that it needs, and then it goes in to create all of the sections, right? So it goes in to create the value proposition here, the audience targeting, the opportunity statement, and the competition inside. These are the four sections that are in my own proposal, but yours can be different, so you just have to tweak around this, and then it goes into actually create the proposal for me. So I'm going to give it the presentation template, and it will go in and create it for me. And once it's done creating, it sends the message to the team on Slack that, oh, I'm done creating this proposal. So what we have to do is just pick it up, review it, make certain changes, and then turn it to a PDF and send it to the client. So now normally writing proposals that would take you like 3 hours, 4 hours, brainstorming, research, and everything takes you like 30 minutes to an hour, which saves you time on that. And you can actually, send more proposals and book more clients, right? That's more money. So the next system that you have here is the Icebreaker system. So what this system basically does is helps you with your, cold emailing. So you know that when you're trying to get more leads and maybe book more meetings, you're going to do something called like cold emailing. You would have to get leads from, say, Apollo, whatever website. And you know that whenever you get leads from Apollo, you really don't get like the full context. You really don't get, you get details about them, but you really don't get like how to reach out to them, what's unique about them, and all of that. So what this system basically just does is that once you get your leads from Apollo, you feed it into this system, and this system will go ahead to research their LinkedIn, get important details about them, and use that to create a first line, the icebreaker system that it can set, icebreaker setup, or icebreaker notes, which is like the first intro statement. And you know that when you're sending emails, especially in bulk to people, a lot of people can see through the mass, whenever you don't make it as personalized enough for them, right? So what you can do is have a system like this that will go in, get unique details about the people that you're trying to reach out to through their LinkedIn, and then use that to craft a message and be like, oh hey, I remember that that content that you just posted on LinkedIn about. And then that was going to be like, content, okay, that's nice, I want to talk to this person. So that's how you're able to book more meetings, with how personalized and how not salesy you sound, and also the person feeling like this was not a mass email, this was like a one-off email, like personally sent to me. So this system just helps you do that. And of course, with a system like this, you will get people, you get those leads, you will get more leads attention, and you get them to book more meetings with you, and that makes you more money. I already walked through the lead scraping system. So the next one I'm going to look at here is going to be the LinkedIn lead scraper. So if a business is targeting LinkedIn, and you think that your target audience are on LinkedIn, this is the system you would have. So the first thing it does is that it creates a spreadsheet for you, so that all your LinkedIn leads will go in there, and then it goes in to scrape all the LinkedIn depending on the keyword you're using. Let's open this so that we see. So you can see here what I'm searching for here is coaches in LA. So if you're searching for whatever thing your other search query that you use, it will still run the same way. Once you run this, it gets all the coaches in LA for you, and you get the data set here. So another thing that we wanted to do is get their contact details. and also verify their email. So because a lot of them didn't come with their emails verified, so you might want to verify that email. So once it gets their details verified, gets their verified email and their contact details, and then it pushes that into a spreadsheet for you. So once you wake up every morning, you're already seeing the list of leads that you're going to send an email to, right? And of course, that means that once, if you are able to get like 100 leads a week, you can send emails to all 100. And of course, if your pitch is good enough, you are going to get at least 3 or 4 years from 100. That's you will get that, right? So the next thing that we have here, this one is not going to make you money, but this one is going to save you time on your reporting. So this system right here just goes in every month to pull in data from our spreadsheet, from our database rather, all our all our art endeavor, our reports and everything, and put it in a clean dashboard that we can send to management. So if management is like, I need to know what's been happening in the in the business for like a month, we will just come in and run this, and it gives us like what's it called, a dashboard image of everything from our ad spend to the incomes that you've made to the clicks on our website. Everything, we just get everything in a dashboard, and we can use that to present when we are giving like an overview of how the business has been moving. So this really just saves you time on that, that Excel that you're trying to design and all of that. You can just have like an image of everything, and you use that in your pitch. Sorry, not pitch, in your meeting. So let's look at the next one. The next one here is the expense tracker. So what this one just does is helps you track money that is being spent on your business, and this one is really just good for if you buy things outside. Say an assistant runs in, oh, we need to get something outside, maybe like we are out of coffee, we need to get coffee, we're out of this, we need to get this. So every here and then they're always buying stuffs, right, that we are running out of in the company. So what you would just have them do is, once they come back with whatever they bought, just snap the receipt and send it into the system. We just snap it and send it to our bot, and our bot generates the expense for us in our expense database. So that way, at the end of the month, we already have like a database of how much money was spent: coffee, sweet, crackers, biscuits, whatever. We already have all of them together in one central database, and we can see, oh, this is how much we spent on this. How come we spent all this money on coffee? How come we spend? Because sometimes when you're spending money, you're spending $1, $2, 50 cents, you wouldn't even know it's that much until you look at them in a grand scale and be like, so you mean I spent $200 on coffee? So that just gives you that database that you can always look at to evaluate how much is being spent in your business. So this of course saves you money, because that way you'll be able to know, okay, this, I think we should cut down on this, I think we shouldn't be buying this as much, and all of that. The last one here is the voice to tax automation, and what this one basically does is that it just watches for your voice note. So every morning when you wake up, you already know that, especially if you don't have an assistant, you would have to, try to struggle to write down your to do, try to find what you're supposed to do. And at the end of the day, it's a lot of chaos trying to find, what you're supposed to do. What am I forgetting? What am I not forgetting? So what you can do is have a system like this. So every morning when you wake up, you're feeling fresh, you remembered everything you're supposed to do for the day. Just speak into your bot, just tell it, hello bot, I'm going to have a meeting with this by this time, I'm going to do this by this time, I'm going to do this by that time. So once you are done sending your voice note into your bot, the bot goes ahead to extract all that voice notes and then create those tags for you in your tax manager. In this case, I use ClickUp, but if you use Notion, you use whatever you use, Asana, you can as well, just it will still work the same way. So this actually saves you time. So that's 20 minutes or 30 minutes that you use in creating all of your tasks every day. This can just, you can do it in like 2 seconds by just sending in your voice note. So yeah, those are like a wrap. And as you can see, a lot of these automations will make you a lot of money, and some of them will really save you a lot of money. And if you want any of these automations, let me know in the comments. And of course, thank you so much for sticking around. If you have any questions, you can let me also know in the comments. And if you're a business owner and you want to start saving money, or you want to build automations that will make your business more money, please hit me up on my email. My email will be linked in the description. And it's a wrap for me. So I'm going to be seeing you in my next one. Have a blessed day.